Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the SEC now attacks Uniswap, and with this kind of attacks DeFi as well. So it's a kind of important thing. Then we have the new CPI data is out and is not that promising, to be honest with you. And the third news is all about that we have a new record when we're looking at the outflows of GBTC, but this time it's a positive surprise. So guys, all this in today's video, and don't forget, every single day I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain to keep you up to date. So if that's important for you, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel and also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. Well, when we're looking at the price of a Bitcoin, we can see it's up actually 2.8%, $70,925 US dollar. Ethereum, $3,600 US dollar, 2.4 up. When we're looking at the top gainers, we have, well, that's new for me. Jasmine coin, well, it's up 24%, Pendle up 17%, Neo up 15%. So we could see some gains here. Among the losers, Uniswap, for obvious reason I'm going to talk about in a second. There we have Nervous Network 12% down and Wormhole down at 3.6%. When we're looking at the Bitcoin candlestick chart, we can see that actually yesterday we did go here around this triangle line, and today we were above it. Now we're coming back to it, so we're going to see how it is. However, Bitcoin around 70,000, I think it's really good now before the halving, because how interesting is that? 70,000 a month and a half ago, it would be like hooray, and now it's like, oh, it's boring, right? But this is what it is, and I think the message that Bitcoin holding itself so well, I think it's very important, and sooner or later we're going to have another leg up. I'm pretty sure about this. Actually, when we're looking at here, retail investors are back, because those addresses which hold 0.001 and 1 Bitcoin, so between that number, started to buy, because recently the big guys, look at with 100 and plus BTC, they just keep buying, and then recently we had that the retail actually started selling, but now the retail buyers started to come back, at least when we're looking at the 30-day and the 70-day, and actually the last one here, the today, but that was, I believe, yesterday. The post is like actually today. Doesn't matter. Look at the 7th and the 30 days, right? So this again looking positive. But now let's move on to the negative news. The negative news is all about, which maybe could be positive at the end of the day, but let's talk about it. So SEC now attacks Uniswap. Well, SEC is attacking crypto from many directions. We got used to it, guys, I guess. And now it's attacking Uniswap, but with attacking Uniswap, it's really attacking the DeFi sector, because Uniswap is the biggest guy when it comes to DeFi. And that's a kind of interesting. Therefore, we can see Uniswap token, it's going down right now. And, Uniswap's Labs founder, Hayden Adams, said actually that I'm not surprised, just annoyed, disappointed, and actually ready to fight. And he also said that this fight will take years and may go all the way to Supreme Court. Also, Uniswap didn't share the exact contents of the Wells notice, because this is what they received. And you receive a Wells notice usually when this is a kind of warning that the SEC is coming after you. And here they're saying, but in the blog post regarding the notice, claimed Uni wasn't a security and it doesn't meet the US legal definitions of securities exchange or broker. So yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen, because we know SEC attacks, even centralized exchanges just like Binance, Coinbase, and in many cases, most cases, put it this way, recently, they're not successful. So they're kind of losing. Just think about XRP and all these things. So what's going to happen with this actually doesn't mean anything. It can take actually for years, but at the end of the day, it can be something positive. As I said, it could be bullish in a funny way that maybe it will be clear if actually SEC, for example, is losing, or they could clarify something. It could be good for the future, because then we had a case when actually something is settled. What we have right now, we have nothing when it comes to DeFi. And it was something, as just Adam said here, Hayden Adam said that he's not surprised. Of course he's not surprised. It was something which was expected, but sooner or later. And now maybe they're coming after Uniswap, and this could have an impact on the whole DeFi sector. But until it's not clear, we're just simply going to continue. Right, another thing, which is also not that positive, but this way, is all about inflation, because the recent CPI just came out, and yeah, it's not looking too good. So the CPI data came out, and it's not looking too good. Actually, when we're looking further, the super core inflation measure shows Fed may have a real problem on its hands. And the super core accelerated to 4.8 pace year over year in March, and that is the highest actually in 11 months. But when we're looking at here the CPI, we could see that the forecast was 3.4% and it became 3.5. By the way, when we go back 1 month and looking at February data, the forecast was 3.1 and it became 3.2. So what we can see that the inflation is here increasing, which is not really good, because just as you know, Fed is planning 3 rate cuts this year. Will this happen if we continue this way? By the way, when looking at core CPI, which is actually excluding food and energy, then we can see that 3.7 was the forecast and it became 3.8. So the worst in the forecast, but actually it's not worse than a month before. So this one's actually keep slowly going down, or actually holding on that level. But when we're looking at the CPI data, that is again going in the wrong direction recently. Okay, so we're going to see what's going to happen. Fed is not in an easy situation. And then we have a new record when it comes to GBTC outflows. Let's talk about that as well. So we have the GBTC outflows, which I can get almost every day, because it's important, because this is the negative side of the Bitcoin ETFs. Now, usually we have inflows from the other ETFs issuers. But now it's a kind of positive, even if you're talking about outflow, because it's a new low record, and it's the lowest since the 11th of January. The Bitcoin spot ETFs have started, the trading has started in the United States. It's $17.5 million US dollar. If you're looking at this picture, it probably shows it better. So it's this tiny little bit here on the right corner, right? It's the lowest. And as you can see, we have trends going down, and then it's just coming down. And it's like a lot of outflows, and then it's just coming down. And sooner or later, their basket going to be empty if they continue with this space. And actually, this new record is down almost 90% from the previous day. So that's also something which is kind of significant. And here you can see also the GBTC outflows. Starting here, 12th of January, as the trading has started on the 11th. And it's going up and up and up, sometimes a bit heavier, sometimes not that much, but recently it was actually quite good. It doesn't mean that we cannot have another bad day, even today, or actually next week, but it cannot last forever, and that's my point. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day, I bring you the fresh cryptocurrency blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important for you, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel and also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. See you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.